Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Shdows Secrit, where the shadows whisper and the secrets never sleep. Tonight's story is one that will crawl under your skin and stay there. A story whispered across generations about a boy who could see death before it came. They called him Eli, but in the village where he was born, people had another name for him: the child who knows death. It began decades ago, in a small village surrounded by dark forests and silent mountains where mist hung low even on sunny days. Eli was a quiet child, pale skin, silver eyes that looked empty, and a habit of staring at people for too long. He rarely spoke, but when he did, it was always in a low, distant tone, like someone speaking from the other side of a dream. His mother, a kind widow named Mara, thought he was just shy. But everything changed on Eli's 6th birthday. That night, while the wind screamed outside, Eli looked at his mother and said softly, "Mama, Mr. Roland won't wake up tomorrow." She thought it was just a child's imagination, until the next morning, when the neighbor, Mr. Roland, was found dead in his bed. No signs of struggle, no illness, just gone. At first, people thought it was a tragic coincidence, but then Eli started saying more names. The baker, the priest, the blacksmith, each one died exactly when Eli said they would. It was never loud or dramatic. He would just whisper a name, almost apologetically, like he didn't want to say it, but couldn't help it. Fear began to spread through the village. Parents told their children not to go near Eli. Shopkeepers crossed themselves when he walked by, and soon the whispers began. He's cursed. He's not human. He brings death wherever he goes. His mother tried to protect him, keeping him locked inside, praying day and night, burning sage, hanging charms over the doors. But no matter what she did, the names kept coming, and so did the deaths. One night, Mara woke up to find Eli standing by the window, staring out into the storm. His small face looked empty, emotionless, and he said quietly, "The rain is crying for someone." Before she could ask what he meant, lightning flashed, and she saw, for just a moment, the reflection in the window. A tall, black figure standing behind her son, with hollow eyes and a smile too wide to be human. She screamed and ran to grab him, but when she turned, there was no one there. Only Eli, staring at her with tears in his eyes, whispering, "He won't leave me, Mama." After that night, Mara begged the priest to help. The priest, Father Abram, agreed to perform a cleansing. When he sprinkled holy water on Eli, the boy flinched, his skin burned where the droplets touched. The priest hesitated, terrified, but continued praying louder. Eli's eyes rolled back, and he began speaking in a voice that wasn't his own, deep, echoing, and cold. "You can't take him," the voice said. "He belongs to the silence." The candles went out, the church doors slammed shut, and when they opened again, Father Abram was dead, his body found at the altar, his face frozen in horror. Eli sat beside him, crying softly, whispering, "I told him not to try." By now, the entire village wanted Eli gone. They said the devil had taken root in him. One by one, the neighbors left offerings outside his door, salt, crucifixes, dead birds, anything to keep the curse away. But the deaths didn't stop. Every few nights, Eli would whisper a new name, and the next morning, the bell would toll again. Mara grew weaker, haunted by nightmares of dark hands pulling her son away. She wrote letters to priests, monks, anyone who might help, but no one dared come near the cursed village. Then, one winter evening, everything ended. The villagers, desperate and angry, gathered outside Eli's home. They shouted for Mara to bring the boy out. When she refused, someone threw a torch. The house caught fire instantly, flames climbing the walls, smoke choking the air. But just before the roof collapsed, the door opened. Eli walked out, untouched by the flames, standing in the rain as ashes fell around him. His eyes glowed faint blue, and his voice echoed like wind through a hollow cave. "You shouldn't have done that," he said. The villagers froze. The rain turned cold and heavy. And then, silence. Not a sound, not a breath. And one by one, every torch went out. The next morning, travelers passing through found the village deserted. Every door was open, every meal left half-eaten, every chair fallen over, but no people. Just the echo of a child's laughter somewhere in the woods. From that day, no one ever found Eli or his mother. Some say they perished in the fire. Others swear they saw a small boy walking through the fog, holding his mother's hand, humming softly. But soon, reports started appearing in nearby towns. Strange things happening before funerals. A child's voice reciting names in hospitals. People seeing a pale boy standing near someone just before they died. Always silent. Always watching. Years passed, and the story became a legend, until it reached the city. A nurse named Clara was the first to talk about it. She worked night shifts in a hospice where patients were near death. She said that sometimes, just before someone died, she'd see a child in the hallway. A small boy, barefoot, his eyes pale gray, his face expressionless. Once, she tried to talk to him, but he only said one thing. "He's ready." And minutes later, the patient in room 12 flatlined. Clara thought she was hallucinating from exhaustion until she checked the security cameras. The boy was there, standing in the corridor, looking straight into the camera, even though his eyes had no pupils. Soon, other people reported seeing him. A driver on a foggy road swore he saw a child standing in the middle of the highway at 2 a.m., and when he stopped to help, the boy pointed toward the woods and whispered, "They're waiting." The next morning, police found a car crash deep in those woods. Everyone inside was dead. A woman claimed she heard the boy's voice on her baby monitor, whispering her husband's name. He died that night of a heart attack. The pattern was always the same. Eli appears, a name is spoken, and someone dies. Paranormal investigators tried to study it. Some said Eli was never human, that he was the physical form of Mara's grief, a spirit born from a mother's love and death's embrace. Others believed he was a messenger for something darker, something ancient that feeds on fear. But one theory stood out, that Eli wasn't predicting death, he was inviting it. Each time he said a name, he was calling death closer, opening the door a little wider. There is even a recording, a grainy audio clip from a woman who claimed she saw him. You can hear her breathing hard, whispering, "There's a boy outside my window." Then a pause. Then a child's voice saying softly, "It's your turn." The clip ends there. The woman was found dead the next morning. No signs of violence, no explanation. Just a faint handprint on the window, too small to be hers. So now people believe Eli is still out there, wandering between towns, drawn to sorrow, tragedy, and those whose time is almost up. He doesn't harm directly. He doesn't scream or chase. He just appears. And if you ever see a pale child standing in the fog, watching silently, don't approach. Don't ask his name. Don't try to help. Because if he turns to look at you and his lips begin to move, it's already too late. Even today, small villages and towns report seeing him. He appears at the edge of funerals, at car crashes, in hospital mirrors. Some say he is trying to warn us. Others say he is the one choosing who dies next. But everyone agrees on one thing. Wherever Eli walks, death follows. So next time you hear a child whispering your name in the dark, don't look, don't answer, just pray that the child who knows death doesn't know you.